benefits of a greenhouse gas inventory in cities is that it's a quantitative list of the emissions in a city, but it's also telling a story of the activities in a city. And it gives us a reliable picture of what really goes on and where we need to focus our attention to bring these emissions down. It gives us an idea of the resource intensity of some of our activities, but also the amount of consumption that takes place by city residents. The way it is completed is really an exercise that includes everybody involved in managing city infrastructure or city activities. It starts with really listing all the activities in cities, beginning with buildings, transportation, waste, looking at stationary sources, looking at mobile sources, and it really empowers practitioners and decision makers to really see the emissions resulting from city activities and city infrastructure. The greenhouse gas emissions accounting exercise resulting in the emissions inventory is also quite important to sustainable urban development because it gives us a baseline. It gives us a way to see where we're at and where we are moving forward so that we can actually have a sense of whether we're doing better or worse to adjust to meet our targets.
The climate work that needs to be done within an organization does not sit with one department in particular. It does penetrate an entire organization and all of the municipality's service delivery.
The City of Waterloo's greenhouse gas emission profile is represented by three primary components. The first being buildings and facilities, which represents 70% of total city greenhouse gas emissions. That comes from arenas, pools, fire stations, city hall, administrative offices, all buildings and facilities that consume energy. They also emit greenhouse gas emissions as a result. The second component is the fleet and vehicles that the city uses to provide the services. Those include snowplows and all other vehicles that the city uses to maintain the city's roads and parks. The third component is actually composed of several smaller components. They include streetlight, wastewater pumping, and general waste that the city emits.
The greenhouse gas emissions accounting relates to the Sustainable Development Goals very directly because we've got SDG-13, climate action. So that is specifically a methodology to help us achieve the targets for that goal. Every city has a target to achieve. There's a short-term target and a long-term target. But also another SDG that it touches upon is SDG-17, which comes up less frequently than some of the other ones, and that's the partnership for the goals. It's a local issue but a global solution when it comes to climate action, and partnership for the goals really brings us all together to achieve our climate targets overall.